Hello, good evening. Welcome to Eldheim Tux's stream. Welcome in Crafty, welcome in Dino, welcome everybody tonight. Yes, I'm here, I'm back, and I'm painting. Yay! According to according to my Twitch, I've got an ad in progress at the moment. I don't quite know what's happening with that. It shouldn't be in progress at the moment, but hey, that might mean I've got a few viewers out there that can't hear me. Oh no! Anyway, so I'm just going to waffle for about 30 seconds whilst this supposed ad finishes. Yeah, then we can get ourselves started. It should have finished ages ago. Never mind. Anyway, sorry I'm a little late tonight. Good evening, F. Welcome in. Yeah, so I'm a bit late tonight. Let's just say I'm back working, and I'm working fairly long days, as in 8-hour days, but it's 8 hour days of shoveling earth or concrete or cement or building a wall or something. Yes. So anyway, ad's now finished. So apologies if you were in the middle of an ad break there. Shouldn't have been. I don't know what happened. Twitch has gone mad. What was I going to say? Gone. Completely gone. So let's just start the stream, shall we? Just bear in mind this is a mental health safe space, so if you make comments, I can make comments, and everybody seems to be really nice and polite about it, but there are a few people on my stream that do have mental health, including myself. I'm an anxiety sufferer, which leads to some depression at times. Good afternoon, Hinton. Welcome in. Take it you're on your lunch break. Yes, as it says there, we did have Crafties up a minute ago. Hinton is an amazing streamer. Go give him a quick follow, and the same with Crafty too. Hinton is an all-round crafter, miniature painter, woodworker, 3D printer, etc., etc. Day off. Cool. Crafty is generally a crafter. Primarily weaving and other sewing and seamstress type things. Just 2 minutes. It's me being a bit pedantic. Yeah. So, into what you're doing your day off. Exciting stuff, isn't it? And to answer your earlier comment, Crafty, it is now 7:33 p.m. Yes, I've started half an hour late. I've given my apologies. So we are off to a flying start. Before I go any further, there's just one thing I wanted to show you. Let's see if I can get this right by doing that. Oh yes, of course it does that, doesn't it? So let me push you across to this one. Working on a miniature and spending the day not going outside due to the snow and extreme cold. You've got snow. We've got cold. We have. I'm probably not as cold as you, to be fair. And no snow yet, although there is some warnings for it. Right, if I take you across to that screen and then do that, that doesn't do anything. So we do that instead. Came across this today. Hinton is a good friend of ours. Put this up. Not everyone is going to think you're gorgeous, magical, amazing and magical. They're wrong though. And you can fill in the last word. I decided to just, because I'm a polite person. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with everybody tonight, because, you know. And this is what I'm painting tonight. These are figures by a company called Cinderwing that I have 3D printed. I think I've shown these on the stream before. This one obviously has been started, but I want to sort of like push those reds into oranges and yellows and things. And then this one I'm going to do in blues and greens and blue greens. They are fidget toys, 3D printed fidget toys. So that's what I'm doing tonight. What's everybody else doing tonight? You're all well. And I mean, I noticed we've got at least 3 larpers on here tonight, but I've got 6 viewers, so I'm expecting there'll be a few others out there as well. what, if any, LARPs have you got coming up? It's at that time of year when we start thinking, whoa, we haven't got long now. My first LARP event is at Easter. I have the Outgoing Faction event. I know, Dino, you're going to that as well. Crafty, I don't think you're going to it, are you? No. Marking. We've got long-term sickness on very, very messy. Oh, no, that's not that. You remember long-term sickness with, yes. Whilst you're marking, think LARP. Because, yeah, we have LARPs coming up. In a couple of weeks' time, we've got What's Your Game? For those of you that don't know, it's kind of like a convention thing with lots of stall holders where you can go and spend far too much money on LARP gear. It's in Gloucester, it's just up the road from me, which is perfect. Right, oranges. Oranges. Let's start with the dragon. Let's see if we can push this red into oranges. I'm starting in chat to Caledonia Fire about camp stuff. Oh, you're going to watch your game? Excellent. What day are you going, buddy? We haven't decided what day we're going yet, so I'll see if I can push. Yeah, be nice to meet up. I know Caledonia Fire is meeting up with a few people from your little group. I'm assuming you're not going to that. You might be. Saturday evening. Okay, but as I say, we haven't made a decision yet, but as soon as I know, I shall let you know what day we're going. We might not even know till the day, to be fair. The way things are going at the moment. Oh. Right. Let's push these reds into some oranges. Some point this year I'll be playing some games, online games, multiplayer games with people. Something to look forward to. Corva gets her new spiffing hat next week, hopefully. Yeah, I saw your comment on Pharaoh's Discord. Looking forward to seeing it. Lindor gets his first outing at Easter. I'm looking forward to that. We've just been, I don't know, actually that's a good point. Oh, good evening, Liv. I hope you are well. Can you pass on happy birthday to your other half, please? I meant to send a message earlier and you know what it's like, completely forgot. What was I going to say? Oh, God, I remember now. It's all gone. Bloody like a sieve. I've been sent pics of the process making various decisions. It's very pretty. Cool. So you're having a bespoke one made? What are you up to tonight then, Liv? Are you celebrating birthday? Or is it just a chill evening? I know we did some stuff on Saturday, didn't we? Is it Saturday? It was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. Twitch. Yes, it was Saturday because yes, Sunday was yeah, something else. It's quite dark, isn't it? I'm just going to move the light over a little bit. Make that a bit brighter. Quiet evening, some video games, and I made tiramisu. I haven't had tiramisu in years. I think. Games you play. Liv Stance is one of the players that hopefully I'll be doing multiplayer streaming, game streaming at some point with. At some point, I've got to buy the game yet. Yeah. So it's been an interesting day today. As I say, I've been shoveling around earth and concrete and cement and that sort of stuff. Came home to a letter from my agent. They're putting my rent up. Joy! Can't really complain. This is the first time they've put the rent up since I moved in. I moved in 3.5 years ago. So I can't really complain. At the same time, it's just like, could have done without that. It's not by a huge amount, it's only 5%, so it's not bad in 3.5 years, I suppose. The thing is, I know that very few people will take this place on. So what are you up tonight then, Crafty and F? Are you in the same building this evening? Take it because Crafty was on early. She's not working tonight. And Hinton, you said you're painting. Blah 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 blah. Working on a miniature and spending the day not going outside. What miniature are you working on? Any pickies? Same with you, Crafty. Any pickies of this hat? F's doing dishes at the moment, and I'm working on the Didro embroidery waistcoat sample. It's nice to see people are getting ready for LARP. Liz, are you thinking of going to watch your game in a couple of weeks? I know Pride of Franconia is, because we were discussing going this weekend, I think. Working a thrall 3D print from Ouroboros Miniatures. I don't know what that is. Ew. Those of you that may have joined a little bit later, this is a 3D print that I've done from a company called Cinderwing. It's a fidget spinner. No, it's a fidget toy. Dragon. Good evening, Brush Guy. You're not going to watch your game, Crafty. Hope you are well this evening, sir. Thank you very much for your like on my video earlier today. Not sure yet, but I would suspect there is a strong chance. That'd be good. Be good to get people together before events start. Yes, as Torgrim says there, go and give Brush Guy a cheeky little follow. He is a miniature painter too. Germany. Does some excellent work, particularly bust work from what I can remember. Really worth, if you're into miniature painting, really worth going to have a quick little look. He's doing. What are you working at the moment, brush guy? Happy New Year. Absolutely Happy New Year to you. Good old evil Germany. Yeah, evil Germany. No more evil than the UK. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to insult you there. Only water. The embroidery bits have been posting in the making section is the sample. Okay, go and have a quick look. And Hinton's put a link up. Linky link from Hinton. Let's have a quick look at that. Now that's what cute little lizard. Yep. Let's say it's a figure from Cinderwing, who I've got the rights to 3D print, if people so wish. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? We're going there. No, I'm not. I'm going there. Right. Cool. Ooh. Let's see if I can just bring this up. It's been a while since I've done one of these on the stream. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. Right there. Okay. So this is what... Excuse me, I want to move. There we go. This is what Hinton's been working on. Really cool. Really like that. Is it an ogre type thing? I seem to remember Thor's ogres. With my crow outlining in gold, I had to stop for a few days because I had swelling in my fingers. No! No swelling in fingers. And then Discord for... Cool, you make me jump around places now, Discord. Nope, just human. Okay. Fair enough. Discord's just doing an update. Give me a second. Okay. For those of you that are not following my Discord, go and have a quick look. Bring these up into here, so we need to do that. And Discord. So this is what Crafty's been working on. These are really nice, Crafty. I like this one. That's really cool. It's always good to see people working. No, just human type fighter. Nice bust. Thanks, but he has dwarfs in his bloodline. Oh, does he? Yes. Very nice one in shape. Oh wow, amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Wow to everybody. I mean, some great stuff coming through tonight. Really impressed. NVS want to showcase what they've been working on. I'm starting to get back into painting. So this weekend, the music is a tad too loud. Okay, that's not a problem. We can do something with that. There we go. This weekend, Pride Franconi, myself, Liv Stantz, and her partner. I can't remember what your partner's name on Twitch is. I should know. Can't remember. Anyway, the four of us went to an escape room. This is a company we've been to before as a group. We've got a reputation. Sign. You can hear me much better. Brilliant. Fantastic. I mean, I might set to. Oh yeah, might pretty high. I'm making this basically with some changes. Oh, good grief! Everything's going on tonight. So a quick look here. Bum, bum. Ooh, crafting. What changes are you making? Just going to bring this up whilst he's answering that. That's what Crafty's doing. I have to say, rather you than me, but it will look beautiful when it's done. We do have some very talented people around here. And obviously, you escaped. Absolutely. With, was it 20 minutes to spare? We've got a rep now. Yep, absolutely. That is beautiful. No, yeah. Crafty, I look forward to seeing that in the field. Was it 10 minutes to spare? That's right, yes, because we were a little bit slower than last time, I think. Obviously different escape room. We're not doing the same one more than once. Hardest thing at the moment is deciding between two of my gold threads. Okay. I can see this. Paint's been chipping off the corners, which is not good. Not sure what I can do about that actually, apart from varnish it, but even then. So what's it? I'm just getting some basic sort of like shading in, highlights and stuff. I don't intend spending hours and hours and hours getting this sorted. So I should. But yeah, I think the paint is going to rub off points. Just got that impression. My jacket will have little references to all the current members of Hashtag Crow for Alandro, Ivy Leaf for Ivy, Red Salamander for Lucretia. Okay. Sounds good. So looking forward to seeing it in the field. Really looking forward to seeing it in the field. Might be seeing me embroidering it in the field. Oh, okay. You're gonna, did you decide what vet pick you're going to have? You were looking at some kind of crafting, weren't you? At one point. Is that what you've gone with? And Brush Guy, are you working on anything at the moment? Anything you want to share? I haven't chosen my vet picture. Okay. you can now do so. They are live. I've got mine. Don't know if you picked yours yet. I think you were going for resist magic, weren't you? Oh yes, I have been a little more productive over the last week. So okay, anything you want to share? My little Space Marine scene is coming together slowly but surely now. And this weekend I added some glowing mushrooms to the base. Look at this then. Okay. Right, okay, so this is a collection of pictures. Let's just bring it up. You've got everything there anyway. Looking really good. And you say you added some glowing mushrooms. Here, these. Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good. I haven't done ISO in a long time. Object source lighting, for those of you that don't know what OSL stands for. It's where you get this glow and you paint the glow in as if the source, in this case the mushroom, has got a light from within it. So I have to explain, because I mean, most people that follow my channel are LARPers. Some paint, some don't. Yeah. It's really cool. Thank you very much for that, brush guy. I did see you were streaming the other day. I didn't manage. Oh, did I come on? Which I've got a feeling I may have just dived on briefly. Back doing stuff. Doesn't really work in this close up. Yeah. OSL. I mean, yeah. I've only done it a couple of times. Sometimes it can work in the close up, and sometimes it doesn't. Yes, last Friday, but after 2.5 hours or so, my connection went down again, so I had to start. Yeah. I don't lose connection. I do get power cuts though, from time to time. Yeah, it's always good to see you on, Daddy. I do try and lurk in the back of your streams. An hour later it was okay again, but I did not feel like, no, well, yeah, I understand that. I understand that completely. I'm going to try and put some videos together at some point as well. Going to start a couple of little things. What, with regards to figures, I'm thinking about doing some little tutorial things like how to paint wood grain and things like that. And, you know, see how they take. For the larpers amongst you, I'm thinking about videoizing, is that a word? The LARP coach stuff. So yeah, watch this space. Unfortunately, I can only stream randomly. Yeah, I know. I mean, I try and keep a schedule, but it's not always easy because I've got other things going on as well. But it's always very much on a short notice. Yeah, well, I try and keep my eye open for people when I see them. I found having a schedule definitely does help. Although, I mean, sometimes I'll end up with just, I mean, I think my last stream was just Dino. People were busy doing other things, so. Yeah, I decided to do something a little different today, and I thought that was quite a nice, different way of advertising the fact I'm going to be on. Don't know if it's going to bring any extra people to the stream, but you know, it's something different, isn't it? I did notice Mr. Robbie Gray was around earlier. Whether he's still here or not, I don't know. I haven't seen him on my stream for a while. Although, to be fair, you might be just looking in the background. But yeah, no, as I had a little bit of free time, I decided to do it that way instead. If I can do it that way each time, then I'm going to give it a go, because it's something different, isn't it? Something a little quirky. All for a little quirk. I can't see what that is. What is it? I've got it on a dark screen. Let's put it on a paler screen. You can probably see it. Is it a ninja? Blood trail. It looks like Meat Boy. I intend getting some new figures out tonight, so tomorrow should have something new. As I say, these two I've had knocking about for quite some time. Just fancy trying to get them finished, really. 3D printer's not up and running. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. the 3D printer's not up and running at the moment because I had no heating in my flat for a while. I decided not to run the printer because they do actually recommend, you know, within certain temperature limits. I need to get back and get it all set up again. It's part of a stand emoji set in chat. Okay. I've come across that before. Not that one anyway. How are you getting on with StreamerBot, Brush Guy? And I thought it was a nice thumbs up icon. That's fair. That's fair. You use StreamerBot, don't you, Brush Guy? How are you getting on with that? It looks really good. I've seen a few videos on it now. Problem is it doesn't run in Linux very easily. I haven't got time to sit down and try and work it out. Well, StreamerBot worked nice so far. Last Friday it did all it was supposed to do, and even got a raid right after I started. Excellent. Cool. Some of the fun for me doing this is seeing what you can do with a stream. But somehow I had no sound exactly then. I had to figure out what setting was mute. Yeah. I think you know I use Firebot. And I have different overlays with different sounds coming through on it, which is why my music's on a separate one, and yeah, why alerts are different, and yeah, I have so many sources and mics. Yeah, you've got 3 cameras from memory. I'm assuming a lot of those cameras will have their own mics. And then, yeah, you say different sources. I can choose which of my sources have sound, which don't. I have 3, even 4, if I would plug it in. Using 2 currently. Yeah, I found 2 cameras. I don't even use proper cameras anymore. I'm using phones because I found the better quality in the cameras I was getting. With an app called DroidCam. I need to reset up my little turntable cam. Turntable cam? Don't think I've seen it. Or I probably have seen it, but didn't register. I need to build me a little stage for it so I can move it around and put it where there's space for it here. Looking forward to seeing that. anybody wants a decent webcam, I've got one here that I don't use, and it is a decent one. It's not a 4K, it is only HD. It doesn't like Linux. Works fine in Windows. Yes, I need to make some plan and maybe get some stuff from the hardware store. I'd like to make this turntable. I have to say my camera is quite dark tonight. Maybe because I'm working on dark stuff, I don't know, but it does look quite dark. Start fiddling around with cameras again soon. Because I'm like that. It's almost like there's no light. There's plenty of light here. Maybe-ish. Don't know. Yes, or rather build the background and a little holder for the webcam into the turntable in front, but variable and movable so I can fix distance to the turntable. Okay, I'll be intrigued to see how that works. Maybe I'll pinch the idea from you at some point. If you are newish to almost a bit like a Shadowbox, yes. If you're new to my stream, or if you've forgotten, I do have adverts on my stream. They've a little bit added stuff to help pay for the other way, that way. This thing here, the kit library, which is one of the main reasons I stream, is to generate money so that I can lend out costumes and weapons and other bits of kit to people that LARP. So yes, so you will get some adverts for those of you not subscribed. They will be happening. When would they be happening? I'm not on the right screen. They will be happening in approximately 15 or so minutes. So just give you a heads up. Might be a good time to go and get yourself a cup of tea. Which, let's finish this one off. Or I can install the camera on one side and the turntable on the other. You can't actually see very well what I'm painting. There's a lot more variation in the colour than is actually on the screen. And if I can see it, it must be there. For those of you who are not aware, I am colourblind, so I can see variation in the colour. This is obviously not a good colour for the cameras. How am I going to get a decent picture of it then? I don't know. Yes, it was all in one piece, in a like a spiral. I have got a much longer one. This one, well, you can see. That is what I've got measurements here. It's about a foot long, just under. I've got one that's about 2 meters long. I'm going to let that dry off a bit. And then we've got this guy. Again, printed one by a company called Cinderwing. Have the rights to pre-print and sell these. Sorry about that. I just hit the microphone. That's not a good thing to do. Okay, so do this in blues and greens. So I'm going to start with green, I think. If I can find one. That's a brown. I haven't got the pale sort of green that I'm looking for. Start with that one. Yeah, no, they're really cool things. There are lots of them too. It's actually close to the colour I want if I add some white to it. Rock turtle, yes. It is kind of cute. So the idea is I'm going to paint these up and put them into my Ko-fi shop for people to buy. Why have I got the same piece of music happening again? The only thing is, as they're fidget toys, I'm a bit worried the paint's going to come off. Back properly was struggling with my sound for a bit. Okay, all sorted. Is your end not my end, presumably? I think these will be better printed with filament printers, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I am looking at doing some clear resin printing at some point. I've looked in how to stop it going yellow. That's the main issue you get with that. So I might print some of these without and then not paint them. Did you say something about crafting in the field? Do I need that skill to do it in person? No, not at all. If you want it to have any game value, yes you do. If you just want to go along and do your normal crafting but have no game value from it, then no you don't. I'm not an expert on crafting in the field. Just trying to think. Pilgrim, if Pilgrim comes on, knows a bit more about it. Pilgrim was a blacksmith. Is just trying to think who else I know knows a bit about it. Probably the only person I can think off the top of my head, certainly that comes on the stream. But you can produce things that can be used in game, as in if you make a mastercrafted thing, it gives you benefits, and you know, I don't know. I'm not. It's not my game, so. If anybody else is out there from CP knows a bit more about the crafting, then maybe you can just give us a hand here. As I say, it's not something I know much about. You might know some bits and pieces. The only game value this will have is being my most intensive piece of kit. You know, that's fine. But as I say, it depends what sort of game you're after at the end of the day. There are two sides to the crafting. There is what you can actually do yourself, OC, and then there's IC crafting, which does give benefits. So you can make things that can be invocated, for instance, and things like that, which most people can't, as I understand. Another good person to talk to would be Debsy Kira, but Debsy Kira doesn't come on the stream. I think she's been on once in the 3 years I've been streaming. It's not really her thing. Oh, right. What is the time? Adverts in 5 minutes. I'm going to take a break during my advert break. I'm going to make myself another cup of tea, because the last one I had has gone cold. I'll give everybody else a chance to go and get themselves a drink. Just a little snack. Ready for the second part of my stream. So I'm going to be going through to about 9:30. So I normally stream for about 2 hours. So yeah, I'll be going through to about 9:30 tonight, because I started a little bit later than I normally do. Taking a break about 8:30. How these people do 3, 4, 5 hour streams, I have no idea. No idea at all. I struggle to do 2 hours. So LARPers out there, question for you. If money was no object, what piece of kit would you want to buy? If you could have anything in the world, it didn't matter how much it cost, you could have that piece of lark kit. What would you buy? Trying to get this, get the base coat on this. There we go for that. So in other words, let's smooth the edge for a bit. Just put the edge back a bit so I can get this done. Because then it'll be a nice time for a break. A lifetime storage unit for kit. Okay, that's not where my head was going with that, but that's, yeah, that's definitely a thing. Storage for kit, yeah, definitely a thing. Commissions or stays at least two. Bigger car and tent. I'm saying nothing. I got into a little bit of trouble. So you've been very good about it, to be fair, Liz. For Pride's birthday, I made her Viking chair. The space, because Pride and Lives go together, and the space in their car is a little bit of a premium. So to add a Viking chair to that list. A caravan and a chauffeur. Fair enough. I'm not sure what I would get actually. I mean, I was thinking more LARP kit itself, but you know, I mean, you've obviously gone off on a tangent of what would you need to make your lives better at LARP. If you're going down that kind of route, for me, it would have to be. I'm actually looking to get a long wheelbase, high top van, so that I can make half of it into like a camper van, and then the other half I can use for work. So yeah, I mean, if you want to go down that route, that's where I would go. Or if money really was no object, ongoing on top of that, two separate vans, one for camping and one for work. Do you know what? I kind of knew that. Stays the old kind of Corsa, yeah. They're the ribbing, aren't they? Is it called boning? Or am I completely offshoot now? and get this done before we go to an outbreak. So we've got 3 left to the outbreak. Also aware that I'm getting quieter and quieter because I'm trying to get this done. Yeah, I should be interacting with you. Oh, sorry, can you repeat that? You said something about boning, and then the bard asked me about mushrooms. Yeah, as my understanding, and I'm probably completely wrong now I've thought about it, stays are like the boning you get in corsets, or I mean, you get them in other forms of apparel too, I believe. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm all here prepared to be educated. Stays are the precursors to corsets. Okay. But it's easier to say corset. Technically called a pair of bodies. It's easier to say corset. Of course. Women's fashion really isn't my forte of any period. Call for the old lady underpants. Okay. I just enjoy the fact that we have people such variety of backgrounds that they know these sorts of things. Bring them to the game. The one pair I made are in need of remaking and is something sturdier. Right, I'm just going to bash that snooze button for a little bit longer whilst I get the head painted, and then we're going to go to a break. Oh, as I've got lives on here anyway, we're still okay for Monday. Come and do your shelf unit under your stairs. Oh, that's right, I've got pictures of what I was doing today for work. Which need to go up at some point. Fantastic. Okay. I should be around Cardiff from Thursday evening, technically Friday, I suppose. But yeah, I've got you booked in for Monday, and I don't think I can change it unless you're desperate for me to come in earlier. Is Sign still on holiday next week? Or is it just this week? Okay, just about finished painting the base colour. I'm off seeing Matt and Erin this weekend, so I can't do earlier and no, just this week for his birthday. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, I heard you were off seeing Caledonia and Valhammer. I do believe a certain other person will be up from Devon as well. Right. It's looking good. Yeah, right. I am going to go for a break now because I could do with another cup of tea. So let's do that. And yes, so don't go away. I will be back in approximately 5 to 10 minutes. We will go right through till at least 9:30 tonight, and we'll see how far I get with these lovely, lovely creatures. Without further ado, I shall see you in a bit. Toodles. Did you miss me? Right, let's have a look. Oh, I haven't got ears in. That is very dark. Why is that so dark? Give me a second. Let's see if we can sort this out. Ah, yeah, that looks like it's a bit darker than it should be. Still not great. Right, let's put my ears back in so I can hear things that are happening. In case you lot decide you're going to do something. I can also have the music on as well, which helps. Right, okay, so let's put him to one side and bring him back. Oh, that's better. It's actually better with my hands there. It's obviously doing some kind of colour correction. Yeah, it's definitely doing some kind of colour correction automatically, isn't it? Hey ho, and all that jazz. So I'm going to do a very quick red wash on this. Blend things back in. It's quite dark red. This is got blood, you know, that thick blood. Yeah. Need to prepare for bedtime now and wish you a good night. Thank you very much for coming in there, Brush Guy. I hope you have a good night. I will be back on tomorrow. I'm intending 3 days this week. Three. Tonight, tomorrow and Wednesday. If you're around, you're more than welcome, as always. And yeah, I'll see if I can catch you next time you're on. If you haven't already picked up, go and give Brush Guy a cheeky little follow. He is an excellent dude. He is a streamer. He's also a figure painter, and yeah, if you like watching me, you'll love watching him. So go and have a quick shifty at his stream. This is quite nice. I've got a fully international stream tonight. Brush Guy in from Germany. We've got Hinton in from America. So there's the usual reprobates from the UK. No worries, buddy. Have a good night. I'm only going to be on for 45-ish minutes. Creativity is universal. Absolutely. Without this hobby, I wouldn't make half the costumes that I've done. My makeup, these characters. We'll sort out Linlaw's makeup. Good night, Brush Guy. Sleep well. These are such a fiddly thing. I'm glad I've decided not to do the 2 metre one. Good lord, that would take me forever. This is turning out right. Just wondering whether to go the highlights or to yellow. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Back in the day, back in the late 90s, when I was doing this quite a lot with groups online, some of the early groups, one of my regular comments was, you need to highlight even more, you need to push those highlights. I'm assuming it's because I'm colourblind and I'm always erring on the side of caution, but so I'm just wondering, now I've put these shadows back in, bring the oranges and yellows back up again, and then take the yellows even higher. This camera definitely benefits when my hands are in shot. Good. No, I'm pleased with that. So now that means I've got to leave that one to dry for a bit. Push him to the back. This one isn't quite dried either. That's a bit of a pain. But I don't know if this will benefit anybody out there or not. If you're out there and you're watching on Twitch, this is also being streamed on YouTube. You might, some people prefer YouTube to Twitch. I also intend putting some videos up on YouTube at some point when I can get my arse into gear. But yes, so I double stream both Twitch and YouTube. Twitch has a slightly more interactive stream, so you can affect my stream a little bit more from the Twitch side of stuff, although I do have Nightbot on YouTube, so there is some interactivity. It's just not quite as much. If you prefer YouTube to Twitch, you can still catch me there. Okay, right. I've got blue, I've got green. Do I go down into the blues and then come up through blue, green and up to a white? That sounds about right to me. Watch me do this and go horribly, horribly wrong. I think it's not quite dry either, so, but you know, it should be dry enough. Is it? Yeah. Let's have a slurp of tea. want to help and don't really have the money to sort of like push towards the kit library, you could, if you're not already followed, just become a follower on Twitch. That kind of bumps my algorithm a little bit. You could subscribe.
I'm gonna need you to do some stretches now.
You could subscribe on YouTube. None of those things cost you any money whatsoever. So those are two things you could do just to boost me a little bit. If you have got a little bit of spare cash, you can always subscribe on Twitch, or alternatively, you could just donate to Ko-fi, which the link there's the Ko-fi is below. Thank you very much there, Crafty. We're having some stretches now. Alright, and everybody else, it's not just me. Oh, I definitely needed that though. Oh, that's my back. Do your stretches. I will deny I have a terrible posture whilst embroidering. I'm not going to say anything because my posture, I tend to start hunching over and I'm not careful. So it's going to be interesting because the paint's not quite dry, but sometimes that works really well. Other times it doesn't. I have noticed my subscribers on Twitch have dropped in the last few days. So obviously some people who have been subscribing haven't renewed, or they haven't been on to renew. Just think about it. I mean, if you've got a bit of spare cash, the money from here does help. Or if you just want to boost the algorithm, then yeah, follow Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. Doesn't cost you a penny. But it all helps. Maybe not directly, but with the algorithm, you know, anything that boosts the algorithm will help. Right, public service announcement over. Normal service will resume. Or something along those lines. Watch your game in 2 weeks' time. The Algarian faction, most people on here are Algarian, so the Algarian faction event is Easter. When's Easter? It's in March. Is it the last weekend of March? And that's just for us that are here at the moment. I know, what is it, the Jereg Teutonia thing we're doing together. It's in February. And fun news, Crafty has a bunch of time off in February. Oh, come down to watch your game then. First weekend in February, Crafty. I'll shut up now. Fun news is Tuxie won't. Because Tuxie needs to work. Because Tuxie had too much time off in November, December. Not through choice, it was enforced time off. Eldon, let's be honest, I don't need any catch up anymore. You can never have too much kit. This is from the guy that runs the kit library. You can never have too much kit. I'm sure others would disagree with me. But I have a van to transport my kit around. Acorns! Oh, 10,000. I need to get that 3D printer up and running. There's 2 of you now. When exactly is it? Dates? Not that I'm curious. You mean for What's Your Game? It's the first weekend. It's Saturday and Sunday, the first weekend in February. I can't remember the exact dates. Is it 3rd and 4th maybe? It's down here in Gloucester. Literally just up the road from me, which is ideal. Still marking. I don't envy you that at all. It's one of the big things that puts me off going back to teaching. I'm not off that weekend. Hilariously, it's the weekend after my holiday. Okay. Well, I was hopefully coming to Watch Your Game, judging. Make sure I'm there on the day. I'll make sure she nags you for all the right things. Yeah, Watch Your Game's a great one. I mean, you got LARPCon as well for those people a bit further north or east. But I do like Watch Your Game. I like the atmosphere. It's there. It's a little bit more. I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I just prefer it. And there's nothing against LARPCon. So please don't think there is. There's nothing against it at all. Yeah, it's just a preference. I successfully dug myself out of a hole. Remind me. LARPCon, yes. I mean, it's it's basically a big shopping thing. So a lot of the bigger LARPs particularly will be there trying to sell tickets, but also some of the smaller ones. But you've also then got people, you know, the traders that you sometimes see at the LARPs themselves. They will have stalls there where you can go and buy stuff. Anybody that could sell something that might be useful to a LARPer. Not so much the historical stuff, but big shopping scene. But some people dress up. Yeah, some people do dress up. But that tends to be more LARPCon. But yeah, both. Looks like there'll be some pike reenactments demonstrated. Ooh, okay. I haven't really looked at what's going to be there. I'm trying to decide if the kit library should buy some pole arms. Kit library has no pole arms at the moment. Aldine Tux has very little money at the moment, so it's a matter of trying to juggle. The kit library does owe Aldine Tux some money, to be fair. Aldine Tux has bought stuff for the kit library. We're nearly square. But yeah, some pole arms wouldn't be a bad shout. Boom, 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 boom. Got axes last time. Actually, yeah, that was at Watch Your Game as well. Got axes last time. Got some reenactors. Reenactors will be there. That's unusual, a LARP thing. Reenactors don't normally associate with LARPers. Yeah, I'm doing washes. It's got to take my time. Does anybody have any preferences that they'd like to see me paint? Just putting that out there, because you know, I do have a 3D printer, or I have got lots of figures that need painting. So, if you've got any preferences of anything you want to see painted. You know, like I did back in the early days, do some polls of stuff. Got a funny colour again. And it's not. Oh, it's not fixing. Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to real challenge, I have 6 How many models? And are they all different? Nothing more boring than painting the same figure 20 times. They will all be different if I get older. But actually, Liv, I don't mind doing that kind of stuff. Especially, as I say, especially if they're different. Like 30, is that all? 30 different models. I can do that. I have got one 3D printed figure to do.
Thank you for your patronage.
Hello. Thank you very much for that, Dido. That was very kind of you. Yeah, I mean, Liv, if honestly, if you'd like them painted, it will give me something to focus on, because at the moment I'm kind of drifting. I can find things to paint, but lots of things to paint. It's only 30 figures. It'll take me a few, yeah, about 3 or 4 weeks actually. Depends on what sort of quality you want them done to. But I can have a look, because I've seen you, definitely seen on Monday. Might see you over the weekend, in which case I can have a look. I need to get some stuff for Pride to paint as well. Oh, Pride might want to paint the figures with me. Yeah, some are the same, some are different, but are huge. Okay, we have a Linky. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Linky. See what we've got. Go to there. Go to there. Page you were on is trying to send you to. Yeah, I do want to go there. Okay, so let's bring that up. Oh, come on. Come on, Tuxie. That's in there. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? I've seen the computer game. The Welsh Wonder Woman's played the computer game. So, okay, so there's lots of techno stuff. Would you want them painted in the same way, or would you like them unique? And yeah, they are all pretty much different. I have the same, but you haven't got like 15, 20 the same figures. I can do this for you. Say, just tell me how you want them painted. Do you want them looking like this? Do you rather just, as I say, do you have a unique style that I'll put together? What would you like? Tee up there for enough. Definitely some colour correction going on in this camera today. Probably to match the actual game, but there are tones of difference. Okay, that's fine, no problem at all. If you want me to try and match what they've got, I may need to ask you to go through some colours, or at least somebody to help me go through the colours. I may not be able to see it. But yeah, no problem. Package them up and I'll pick them up. If you want, I can do them in batches. Give me about, if you give me 6 at a time, that way I'll work on 2 or 3 at a time, but then I've got 2 batches. This one's fun. I'm enjoying this. This is quite simple to do, but it's fun. Give me a project to do on it. Because I'm doing it for somebody else, I'll need to get it finished too. Woohoo! Why? What have you been doing? Give me a minute to get it loaded up. You've been buying stuff for me. Come on, Steam. I don't think you can actually see what I'm doing on this, which is a real shame. Some nice subtleties of colour. But I certainly can't see on the screen what I'm doing. Why has Steam not come up? Thank you. Um, Excuse me a minute, folks, as I check my Steam. There's nothing come up in my library. Got a bell going off. I've received a gift. Bless you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I will have a play with it. This is the game that we were talking about doing online, the four of us, weren't we? And I'll stream it. Very much appreciated. So you get some figures ready for me. I will, over the course of the next few weeks, I shall paint your figures for you. Yep. You really cannot see what I'm doing. I'm sure you can't. Does it just look red to you, or can you see the yellows that are coming through? I think the camera's doing colour correction so much it's not picking out all the details. Got some like that. Okay. Can you see the yellow highlighting? Because here, looking straight down at it, yeah, it looks, there's a lot there. But looking on the screen, I can hardly see it. I know the camera's doing colour correction because it's changing the colours as my hand comes in. A little bit, yeah. Okay. I'm now going to add a little bit of white to the yellow. Too much. is the time? It's 20 past 9. About 10 minutes, folks. I was going to go and raid Welsh Wonder Woman again tonight, but I know she's not on. She's not feeling great, so see if we've got somebody else we can go and raid. I'm trying to raid CP LARPers. Because, yeah, I think it's a nice little community that I want to encourage, and most people on here, as in you lot, are CP LARPers as well. So you should know the people that I'll try and raid, or at least you know what I'm trying to say. Words just don't work tonight. They really don't. So we're going to have a look, see who's around. When I do go for the raid, please follow me through. If you don't actually follow through on the raid, sometimes the raid doesn't take everybody, but if you don't go through, come and find us. The reason for that is, yes, it will help them because it will help their analytics, and obviously they've got more people viewing, etc., etc. It really does help, but also it helps me because it helps with my side of the algorithm as well, because it says basically I'm a nice chap. So yeah, so when I do the raid, please stay with me. There are 9 of you on at the moment. It will be absolutely lovely to take 9 people on the raid with me. You don't have to stay long. The person we will be raiding may not be somebody that you would be interested in watching, so, and I totally get that, but if you can stay for, say, a minute, just so the algorithm kicks us all in and, gets us all to the right places, and just helps, as I say. That would be lovely. I also appreciate, 9 o'clock or 9:30. It's it's past our bedtime, including myself. This one anyway. I need to find another figure for tomorrow because I don't think this red dragon's going to last much longer. Oh, I'll be on the shiny threads by the time you finish. Ooh, shiny, shiny. Quick look at that game tonight as well. Liz, thank you very much for that. That was very kind of you. And for the rest of you, watch this space, because we'll be streaming some multiplayer live game at some point. Just not entirely sure when. Right, so let that dry. Oh, hello! Welcome in. How are you this evening, my darling? You've caught us with about 5 minutes to go. Lizzie Biff is also a streamer. I know you haven't done a lot of your own streaming recently, but she is part of, is it Route 66? 66, I think. Where they play D&D. And yes, and she's a lovely person, so go follow. You are always a nice being, Lips. Route 66. I think I got there just about. But yes, dragons. Red dragon. I've been trying to just highlight up. Just wondering if I can. I don't think you can see very well what I've been doing. Let's see if I can. So if I do that, does that help a little bit? So you can see some of the colours coming through. This camera is going to be the death of me. It really is going to be the death of me, because there, I need a hand about there to get the right colours coming through. What's going on? Don't know. Anyway, we're currently playing 5 nights at Nom Noms. Wait, what? Me? Nice? Never. I'm an evil genius overlord and I'm going to take over the world. Oh, that's nice. It's nice to have a hobby. Okay. Right, I am going to do a little bit more to the other figure. Liz arrives and it's time for the bling threads. Go for the bling. So this is a crystal turtle. Yep, got that. Got that colour already there. Already sorted. Yes, for those of you that have come in a bit later, such as Myth, and anybody else that didn't pick up earlier, both these figures are by a company called Cinderwing. Are fidget toys, basically. Crafty's still got room to move around your market. You're implying my hem's too big. I'm going to take a step back at this point. Saw something flashing out of the corner of my eye. It's my glasses. Catching stuff off the screen. Just, no, just wondering how much the wardrobe has grown. You've had a whole winter to create. She's creating some yeah, fancy stuff. Are you in my Discord, Myth? Go and have a look at what Crafty's been put in my Discord. Unfortunately, Myth, I will not be at the Trinity event. I have a murder mystery on the same night. So, yeah, hold on. I don't know what Epsy Care is going to do for kit, because she often borrows my kit library for monster kits. So, if he does end up borrowing the kit library, is it okay if I leave you in charge of it? Got a new kirtle, different overdress, and I'm working on an embroidered de jour jacket. It's got fun nods to the house members. Of course, yeah. I've not been asked. I'm just anticipating. I'm not sure how I would get the kit library to the site at the moment, if I am asked, but yes, I would appreciate it if you take charge of it. if it does go. Oh, and my new hat comes next week, hopefully. I'm always happy to organise for you to stop the chaos ensuing. Yeah, well, you've been in charge of the kit library for when I was playing that once. Yeah, you're very organised with it, and you look after it, and trust you to do a good job with it. So, but yeah, as I say, it's not been confirmed yet. I've not even been asked. I am just anticipating that question coming up. These are quite difficult figures to paint because they articulated. It's easier when they're flat on the ground like this, but then you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, I suppose you can, just about. Right, time. It is 9:30. Happy to might be able to help. I have a very large car. Yeah, as I say, I mean, Obscura's not mentioned it at all. So maybe not. For a chaotic being IQ organisation, it's just not on me. Right, let's see who we've got on. There's 10 of you on. I'm tempted to stay on for a little bit longer. LARPers from CP. We've got Rachie B92. She's playing a Pathfinder game. Well, you've got the Rocker JH, who's playing Graveyard Keeper. Do you know what? I am going to stay just for a little bit longer. Don't ask me why. I haven't got a reason. I just fancy staying a bit longer. Could be I'm trying to put off paying my taxes, because that's a job I'm going to do tonight. Joy. Self-employed, eh? Who'd be self-employed? Well, that's right, me. What are the figures made of compared to normal? Same texture, they look smoother, shiny. These are resin. It's the same stuff that I printed your figures from. The reason why they're quite shiny is because at the moment they've got some washes over them without the paint sort of like going over the top to dull it down again. Washes can be a little bit shiny. Yeah, because these have been made to look like crystal, they're quite smooth as well. Whereas, I mean, things like your figure, there are smooth bits on it, but you tend to find there's lots of texture. But it's the same stuff as your figure that because you've already got one, haven't you? So, yeah, that one. I'll have to say this is one of my earlier prints, and I'm doing a little better with it now. I mean, this isn't bad. Wrong. But I've perfected my craft. Okay, didn't know if it made difference painting when it's smoother. It can do. I prefer figures with quite a lot of texture because they kind of paint themselves. When they're smoother, you have to kind of paint in the extra bits. So your figure, for instance, would be is easier than this. Right, we are coming up to another set of adverts. About 4 or 5 minutes. Those of you who are not subscribed to my channel, although, yeah, adverts seem to have a mind and life of their own, so some people never seem to get adverts, whether they're subscribed or not. I don't want to go to work tomorrow either. Yeah. I didn't do enough work in November, December, and now I've got enough work coming in. It's just like, I have to. I want to retire. I think we should be able to retire at 50. It's 67 now. It's just not on. I have a glass table I want to paint. Ah, right, okay, but it's so smooth. I'm trying to pre-plan. So, okay. You can buy paints specifically for glass and tiles that stick better. Or you can buy a specific undercoat that stick to the glass. Are you painting all of it, or are you leaving some of it as just clear glass? Basically, you've got to find something that sticks. And glass is a difficult thing to get things to stick to. Not impossible, as I say. There are some paints specifically for it. Or you could use these paints with a very good undercoat. I'll paint it underside so it's detailed at first, working backwards. Probably will end up with an opaque final coat and then try and seal it with it. Yeah, so you're painting the underside, so it's going to be protected from most handling, which is good. It depends on exactly how it is. I've seen some people do it so you paint backwards, as you just said there. You don't necessarily have to. But yeah, obviously, yeah. I think you've got the right idea. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can add to that. I don't think there is. used an acrylic marker on it and some success to fine line detail, but then I got scared of messing up, so it sat for 6 months. Tell me about it. Your difficulty is if you're painting on the back side of it, whereas with this, if I make a muck up, I can always go over the top. Your over the top will actually be behind, so yes, it does need to be right each time. So yeah, you're right to be concerned. It's not as straightforward as just painting it. I'm just trying to think, is there another way of doing it? So you paint in the normal way and then it gets to the back. I don't know of a way, and I can't think of a way. Chance it stays in the corner for another 6 months. Think of the sense of achievement once you actually get back to it and you create what you want. Okay, we are in the middle of ads, so we have lost a few people, or should have lost a few people by now. Although Twitch does seem to, as I say, the ads seem to have a mind their own, so maybe we haven't lost anybody. Who knows? Just to dry out. The whole thing is slightly tacky.
Thank you for your patronage.
Hello, hello. Thank you very much, there, Miff. That's 2 subscriptions tonight. That's very generous of people. Thank you very much. Oh, no, back on the screen. That's always good. Yeah. I will thank you again when the ads are finished, because you're probably still in the middle of ads, because it doesn't stop the ads once you've started them. It tends not to. You'll probably tell me I'm wrong now. It's never stopped it for me. Oop. I refreshed. Fair enough. Welcome back, and thank you very much for the sub. It's very much appreciated. Right, that definitely now needs to dry before I can do any more. It's actually not looking too bad. I'm quite pleased with that. So, I apologise now, Miff, because you haven't been with us that long. I am going to raid out an extra 15 or so minutes to what I was going to do. Let's see if we have anybody to raid to. Right, you got Rocker JR. Sorry, start again. The Rocker JH. He is a wrestler. He's also a LARPer. He goes to CP. He's playing Graveyard Keeper. And he has got 1 person watching him. So I thought, if you don't mind, we'll just go and jump on his channel. There's not really many people. In fact, there's nobody up there doing figures that I would not go and raid. So, and in fact, most of the LARPers have now gone. So it looks like we're going to raid Rocker JH. Jumping for a bit. No, absolutely great. JH, there we go. Right, okay. So, without further ado, let me just do let me say thank you to all of you that have been in tonight. It's been a lovely, lovely evening. There are 8 people currently watching this stream. We just dropped to 7. I would love it if the rest of you could follow me through on this raid. It helps mine and the Rockers analytics. You don't need to stay long, just a few minutes. Just say hi and then you can disappear. Don't forget, I do also have credits at the end, which I will let roll before we actually run the raid. So yes, without further ado, I shall see you all tomorrow night. Probably 7:30 again, purely because of the because of the work and everything. So yes, thank you very much for coming in. Hinton, thank you very much for joining us from America, and Dino and Hinton for being there for my mods. I shall say good night. Good night.